What Siona is doing is a guided prayer to put everyone together into the same vibration at the same time. At every moment, whenever there is a connection, that's prayer. Prayer has no definite form. It's giving. Just give. Let's also hear Siona, please.
Oh, of course.
I want to hear you speaking about your personal prayers.
It's been incredible. I have found myself struck by what I would just say, just such a sense of awe and wonderment and amazement at the world as a result of this. And I find myself moving through the day with that. I have a hard time putting words to it. I have a hard time expressing what feels as though it's welling up within me and standing just in grace or beholding something so wonderful. It's not a feeling, it's a state of being.
Yes, it's a state of being. Absolutely. It is a state of being. And doing it at the same point of time every day, just like, responding to hunger, to sleep, the spiritual energy also starts getting ready for the prayer when you start doing it regularly at the same moment every day.
Thank you.
Anything else?
I'm not sure whether this is so much a question. I would love to hear again, or just in general, what your experience of prayer is. You've written it before, but I would love just to hear that from you again.
See, actually it cannot be said, it can only be felt. When you're actually praying, you see, prayer has got different levels. Broadly, we would say there are three kinds of prayers. One is when you ask something for yourself. That's a general prayer. This is one kind of prayer. The second classification that I would say is when you are praying for someone. Like you have a prayer list and you are mentioning names, or maybe someone is sick, you are praying on behalf or asking for healing or relief. That's another kind of prayer. Sometimes you pray for healing. The prayer that I am suggesting is pray for nothing. Pray just for the sake of praying. And there's not even an intention. There's nothing. There's just you and the universe. There's just being, just expanding, just giving. I wrote Siona, if you remember, the closest that I can tell you is that of mother feeding breast milk to a baby. That giving, that is the highest level of prayer. And at that level, you don't really have words at that point. You just sort of overflow from inside. And that goes out, that creates the vibration. And what we need is that kind of prayer together, a huge number of people. That's the movement. It is that feeling. In a dark night, if you are lying on your back on the rooftop or somewhere, and the sky is full of stars, and there is darkness, but within the darkness there are these bright stars around, and you feel that, and then slowly you sort of melt into it. You dissolve yourself. You just become that one. Have I been able to tell you what it is like?
You have, for me, you've been able to point to it. I know that, again, I keep calling it a state of being. It's so much deeper than a feeling. But I understand.
Yeah. Actually, at that level, there is hardly any difference between meditation and prayer. There is just one light. Prayer and meditation. Ultimately, both reach the same point. So at that highest level, I don't think there is much difference between praying and meditation. For me, I would say meditation happens. I can simply sit down, and as soon as I start expanding, I can pray. And that's the reason I told, please pray. Because ultimately, both are going to do the same thing. Both are going to generate the same vibrations. Sienna, thank you again. You are doing beautifully.
Oh, it's such an honor, Eli. It's such an honor. You're so welcome.
Om Namo Narayanam.